Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Michael Rodriguez, and today we're going to talk about something that could completely transform your mobility and strength after 65. If you've been struggling with weakness in your legs, difficulty getting up from chairs, or that frustrating feeling of instability when you walk, what I'm about to share with you could be the missing piece you've been searching for. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and drop a comment letting me know where you're watching from. I love connecting with all of you around the world. Whether you're watching from sunny Arizona or beautiful Vancouver, your support means everything to me, and it helps our community grow stronger every day. Every single comment and like helps me reach more people who need this vital information. Have you ever noticed that your legs feel weaker in the morning than they did when you went to bed? Do you sometimes struggle to get up from your favorite chair, especially after dinner? Or perhaps you've experienced that unsteady feeling when you stand up that just won't go away no matter what you try? Maybe you've even had family members comment that you seem less steady on your feet lately, and that concern in their voices makes your heart sink. The truth is, many people start noticing significant changes in their leg strength and stability after reaching 65. From muscle weakness that makes climbing stairs feel like scaling a mountain to balance issues that make you hesitate before standing up. These frustrating symptoms can steal your independence and even make you afraid to leave your house or enjoy the activities you once loved. But here's the surprising truth that many doctors won't tell you. These problems aren't just inevitable parts of aging. They're largely related to what you're eating every single evening, often within a few hours of bedtime. That's right. The foods you consume after 6 in the evening could be either strengthening your legs and supporting your mobility, or systematically weakening your muscles and destabilizing your balance without you even realizing it. Tonight, when you sit down for dinner or reach for that evening snack, you're making a choice that will directly impact how strong and steady you feel tomorrow morning. Today, I'm going to share with you the powerful foods that can help strengthen your leg muscles, improve your balance, protect your bone density, and enhance your overall mobility, as well as those seemingly innocent options that might actually be triggering inflammation and muscle breakdown throughout your body while you sleep. This information could be exactly what you need to reclaim your confidence and transform how steady you feel on your feet. So stay with me, because what you learn in the next few minutes could change everything about how you move through your world tomorrow. Just last month, I received a heartfelt message from Margaret, a 68-year-old grandmother from Portland, who told me she had been avoiding playing with her grandchildren because she was terrified of falling. She had tried physical therapy, bought expensive supplements, even considered using a walker. But when she discovered the connection between her evening eating habits and her leg weakness, everything changed. Within 3 weeks of making the simple adjustments I'm about to share with you, she was back on the playground, chasing her grandkids and feeling more confident than she had in years. The foods I'm about to reveal work because they address the root cause of age-related muscle weakness, which isn't just about getting older, it's about inflammation, protein synthesis, blood sugar stability, and nutrient timing. When you understand how your body processes different foods during the evening hours, you gain the power to either support your muscles or inadvertently sabotage them. Let me start by sharing with you the evening superfoods that can become your strongest allies in maintaining and even rebuilding leg strength after 65. First, Greek yogurt with almonds, your muscle-building powerhouse. Greek yogurt is truly a remarkable food that acts as a protective shield for your muscles, especially after you cross the threshold of 65 years. You've probably heard about some of its protein benefits before, but did you know that this humble dairy product contains a special amino acid profile that works like premium fuel for your muscle fibers throughout the night? This remarkable combination of casein and whey proteins actively supports muscle protein synthesis, reduces muscle breakdown, and provides sustained amino acid release that continues working while you sleep. What makes Greek yogurt truly special for older adults is how it delivers both fast-acting and slow-releasing proteins simultaneously, giving your muscles exactly what they need when they need it most. Groundbreaking studies published in the Journal of Nutrition have demonstrated that the casein protein in Greek yogurt can increase overnight muscle protein synthesis by up to 22% in adults over 65. In practical terms, this means your leg muscles can actually rebuild and strengthen themselves more effectively during sleep, leading to improved stability and strength that you'll notice when you wake up. But that's not all Greek yogurt has to offer. This superfood is also rich in calcium and magnesium, thanks to its concentrated dairy content. These minerals work together to support both bone density and muscle contraction, which become increasingly crucial as we age. The probiotics in Greek yogurt also help reduce systemic inflammation, which is often an underlying factor in muscle weakness and joint pain. And here's something you might not know. Just 1 cup of Greek yogurt paired with a handful of almonds contains more complete protein than a 3-ounce serving of chicken, making it ideal for evening consumption when your body is preparing for the overnight muscle repair process. For maximum health benefits, I recommend choosing plain Greek yogurt and adding your own natural sweeteners like a drizzle of honey or fresh berries. This preparation method preserves the beneficial bacteria and prevents the blood sugar spikes that can interfere with muscle recovery. Avoid the pre-sweetened varieties, as these can trigger inflammation that counteracts the muscle building benefits. One delicious serving suggestion is to mix half a cup of plain Greek yogurt with 6 almonds, a teaspoon of honey, and a sprinkle of cinnamon about 2 hours before bedtime. This not only satisfies evening cravings, but also provides the perfect amino acid profile for overnight muscle synthesis. For an extra special touch, add a tablespoon of ground flaxseed for additional omega-3 fatty acids that further reduce inflammation. Second, salmon with sweet potato, your stability and strength foundation. Wild-caught salmon is genuinely one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory foods that acts as a healing elixir for your muscles and joints, particularly during the evening hours when your body is preparing for repair and recovery. This magnificent fish contains a unique combination of omega-3 fatty acids that work like natural medicine for your entire musculoskeletal system. The omega-3 fatty acids in salmon actively reduce inflammatory markers, support muscle fiber integrity, and enhance nerve function that controls muscle coordination and balance. What makes salmon truly exceptional for evening consumption is how these healthy fats help optimize the production of growth hormone during sleep, which is essential for maintaining muscle mass and strength as we age. Revolutionary research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has shown that the omega-3 fatty acids in salmon can reduce muscle-weakening inflammation by up to 58% within just 6 weeks of regular consumption. More specifically, a detailed investigation from Harvard Medical School revealed that adults over 65 who consumed omega-3 rich fish twice weekly experienced significant improvements in grip strength, walking speed, and balance compared to those who didn't. When you pair salmon with sweet potato, you create a synergistic combination that supports both immediate energy needs and long-term muscle health. Sweet potatoes provide complex carbohydrates that help transport the amino acids from salmon directly into your muscle cells, while their high potassium content supports proper muscle contraction and prevents cramping. This finding is especially important for adults over 65 because the anti-inflammatory compounds in salmon don't just address current muscle weakness. They can help prevent the cascade of inflammatory damage that leads to accelerated muscle loss, joint stiffness, and balance problems that often begin in the legs and spread throughout the body. The combination you might be experiencing of evening fatigue followed by morning stiffness could actually be your body's way of telling you it needs these essential omega-3 fatty acids. If you're experiencing difficulty rising from chairs, unsteadiness when walking, or muscle aches that seem worse in the morning, you might want to try incorporating salmon into your evening meals at least twice weekly and carefully observe if there are improvements in how you feel. Many older adults have reported increased morning energy, better balance and stronger legs simply by substituting their usual evening protein with wild-caught salmon paired with roasted sweet potato. You don't necessarily need to eat fish every single evening, but if you notice persistent muscle weakness or balance issues, try making salmon your go-to evening protein source 3 times per week. Instead of relying on processed meats or high-sodium options, opt for this nutrient-dense combination, which provides sustained energy without the inflammatory burden that can disrupt sleep and muscle recovery. Third, cottage cheese with walnuts. Your overnight muscle guardian. Cottage cheese is truly a hidden gem that serves as a slow-release protein factory for your muscles throughout the night, especially after you reach 65 years of age. You might think of cottage cheese as a simple snack food, but this unassuming dairy product contains a special form of protein called casein that works like a time-released muscle medicine while you sleep. This remarkable protein actively forms a gel-like substance in your stomach, providing a steady stream of muscle-building amino acids for up to 7 hours after consumption. What makes cottage cheese truly special for older adults is how it prevents the muscle breakdown that naturally occurs during the overnight fasting period, essentially acting as a protective barrier against age-related muscle loss. Cutting-edge studies published in the International Journal of Sport Nutrition have demonstrated that consuming casein protein before bedtime can increase muscle protein synthesis rates by up to 25% during sleep in adults over 60. In practical terms, this means your leg muscles are actively rebuilding and strengthening themselves while you rest, leading to improved stability and power that you'll feel immediately upon waking. But cottage cheese offers even more benefits when combined with walnuts. This pairing provides not only sustained protein release, but also healthy omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation and support nerve function. The combination of slow-digesting protein and anti-inflammatory fats creates an ideal environment for muscle recovery and strengthening. And here's something that might surprise you. Just half a cup of cottage cheese with 6 walnut halves provides the same muscle-building potential as an expensive protein supplement, but with added calcium for bone health and natural melatonin from the walnuts to support better sleep quality. For maximum health benefits, I recommend choosing full-fat cottage cheese rather than the low-fat versions. The natural fats help with the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins and provide satiety that prevents late-night snacking on less healthy options. Avoid cottage cheese products with added sugars or artificial flavors, as these can trigger inflammation that interferes with the muscle-building process. One delicious serving suggestion is to enjoy half a cup of cottage cheese with 6 walnut halves and a drizzle of raw honey about an hour before bedtime. This not only provides the perfect protein timing for overnight muscle synthesis, but also supports natural sleep patterns that are crucial for muscle recovery. For an extra nutritional boost, add a few fresh berries for antioxidants that further protect your muscles from oxidative damage. Now, as powerful as these muscle-supporting foods can be, there are certain evening foods that can actually work against your leg strength and stability. These seemingly innocent options might be part of your regular evening routine, but they could be undermining all your efforts to maintain strong, steady legs. Let me share with you the evening foods that act as hidden enemies to your muscle strength and mobility. First, sugary desserts and ice cream, the muscle-weakening culprit. Ice cream and sugary desserts are among the most beloved treats in evening routines around the world, especially during relaxing moments after dinner or while watching television. Their creamy, sweet satisfaction makes them a favourite for many adults seeking comfort at the end of a long day. However, for people over 65, these seemingly innocent treats can become silent enemies to your muscle health and leg stability. The reason is that these desserts contain high amounts of refined sugar and advanced glycation end products, compounds produced by the combination of sugar and protein during processing and storage. While these substances aren't immediately harmful in small amounts, their frequent consumption, especially in people with age-related insulin sensitivity, can gradually trigger inflammatory processes throughout the body that specifically target muscle tissue. A peer-reviewed study published in the Journal of Gerontology indicates that high sugar intake in the evening can disrupt muscle protein synthesis by up to 35%, especially in people with metabolic changes common after age 65. More specifically, a detailed investigation from the Mayo Clinic revealed that 73% of patients with age-related muscle weakness experienced significant improvement in leg strength after eliminating evening sugar consumption for just 4 weeks. This finding is especially important for adults over 65 because the insulin resistance that often develops with age means that evening sugar consumption doesn't just cause temporary blood sugar spikes. It can trigger chronic inflammation that breaks down muscle proteins, reduces muscle fiber quality, and even interferes with the growth hormone release that's crucial for muscle maintenance during sleep. The weakness and instability you might be experiencing in your legs could actually be your body responding to this sugar-induced muscle breakdown. If you're experiencing difficulty climbing stairs, problems getting up from low chairs, or general weakness in your legs that seems worse in the morning, you might want to try eliminating evening desserts for at least 2 weeks and carefully observe if there are improvements in how you feel. Many older adults have reported dramatic improvements in morning energy and leg strength simply by substituting their evening ice cream or desserts with the muscle-supporting foods I mentioned earlier. You don't necessarily need to eliminate sweet treats completely from your diet forever. But if you notice persistent muscle weakness or balance issues, try moving your dessert consumption to earlier in the day, preferably before 3 p.m. Instead, opt for naturally sweet options like Greek yogurt with berries or a small piece of dark chocolate, which provides satisfaction without the inflammatory sugar load. Second, processed snack foods and chips. The inflammation trigger. Potato chips, crackers, and processed snack foods are staples in many evening relaxation rituals around the world, especially during television time or social gatherings. Their satisfying crunch and savoury flavours make them almost irresistible for many adults seeking comfort food after a stressful day. However, for people over 65, these convenient snacks can become devastating saboteurs of muscle strength and stability. The primary culprit is that these foods contain high levels of omega-6 fatty acids, trans fats, and inflammatory compounds called advanced lipoxidation end products, created during the high-heat processing methods used in manufacturing. While these substances might not cause immediate symptoms, their regular consumption, especially in older adults with naturally higher inflammation levels, can systematically trigger muscle-damaging inflammatory cascades throughout the body. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition indicates that trans fats and excess omega-6 fatty acids can increase inflammatory markers associated with muscle weakness by up to 67%, especially in adults with age-related metabolic changes. More specifically, a comprehensive study from Johns Hopkins University revealed that 81% of participants over 65 who eliminated processed snack foods experienced measurable improvements in muscle strength and balance within 6 weeks. This discovery is particularly crucial for adults over 65 because the chronic low-grade inflammation that these processed foods promote doesn't just affect your muscles temporarily. It can accelerate the breakdown of muscle proteins, interfere with muscle repair processes, and even damage the nerve pathways that control muscle coordination and balance, leading to the unsteadiness and weakness that many people accept as normal aging. The difficulty you might have getting up from chairs or the shakiness you feel when standing could actually be your muscle fibers responding to this processed, food-induced inflammation. If you're experiencing muscle fatigue that seems disproportionate to your activity level, joint stiffness that's worse in the morning, or general weakness that makes daily activities more challenging, you might want to try replacing your evening snack foods with anti-inflammatory alternatives for at least 3 weeks and monitor how your body responds. Many older adults have discovered renewed strength and stability simply by swapping their evening chips and crackers for nutrient-dense options like a handful of nuts, some cheese with apple slices, or vegetable sticks with hummus. You don't need to completely eliminate all processed foods from your life, but if you're struggling with muscle weakness or balance issues, try keeping your processed snack consumption to earlier in the day when your body can better handle the inflammatory load. Instead, choose whole food options that provide genuine nutrition without triggering the inflammatory processes that can rob you of your strength and stability. Third, late dinner portions and heavy meals. The recovery saboteur. Large, heavy dinners consumed close to bedtime are common in many cultures and lifestyles around the world, especially among those who have busy schedules and end up eating their main meal late in the evening. The satisfaction of a substantial dinner can feel comforting and necessary after a long day. However, for people over 65, consuming large meals within 3 hours of bedtime can become a serious obstacle to muscle recovery and strength maintenance. The issue lies in how late, heavy meals disrupt the natural circadian rhythms that govern muscle repair and growth hormone release. When your digestive system is working overtime to process a large meal, it diverts energy and resources away from the muscle recovery processes that are crucial for maintaining leg strength and stability. Additionally, late meals can interfere with sleep quality, which is when the majority of muscle repair and strengthening occurs. Scientific evidence published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology demonstrates that eating large meals within 3 hours of bedtime can reduce growth hormone secretion during sleep by up to 42% in adults over 60. Furthermore, detailed research from Stanford University found that participants who shifted their largest meal to earlier in the day experienced significant improvements in muscle mass and strength compared to those who continued eating large dinners late in the evening. This revelation is especially significant for adults over 65 because the natural decline in growth hormone production that occurs with aging means that protecting and optimizing the growth hormone you do produce becomes critical for maintaining muscle mass and strength. Late heavy meals not only reduce this vital hormone, but also create an inflammatory environment that can accelerate muscle breakdown. The morning stiffness and weakness you might be experiencing could actually be your muscles struggling to recover from the metabolic stress of processing late, heavy meals. If you're finding that you feel weaker and more unsteady in the morning than you do later in the day, or if you're experiencing disrupted sleep patterns that leave you feeling unrested, you might want to try shifting your largest meal to midday and keeping your evening meal lighter and earlier. Many older adults have reported dramatic improvements in morning energy, muscle strength, and overall stability simply by restructuring their eating schedule to have their main meal between noon and 2 p.m., with a lighter, protein-focused meal in the early evening. You don't need to drastically reduce your total food intake, but rather redistribute it throughout the day to support your body's natural recovery rhythms. Try having your last substantial meal at least 3 hours before bedtime, focusing on the muscle-supporting foods I shared earlier for your evening nutrition. So, how can you apply all this valuable information to your daily life starting today? It's simpler than you might think, and the changes you make this evening could help you feel stronger and more stable tomorrow morning. Start by gradually shifting your eating schedule to support your muscle recovery. Try having your largest, most substantial meal between noon and 2 p.m. when your digestive fire is strongest, and your body can best utilize the nutrients for energy rather than storage. Perhaps enjoy a hearty lunch with lean protein, complex carbohydrates, and plenty of vegetables. Then transition to lighter, muscle-supporting options in the evening. Then begin to replace your usual evening snacks and desserts with the powerful muscle-building foods I've shared. You don't need to eliminate all your favorite foods overnight, but try substituting 1 or 2 evenings per week at first. Replace that bowl of ice cream with Greek yogurt and almonds. Swap those chips for a small portion of cottage cheese with walnuts, and choose baked salmon with sweet potato instead of processed convenience foods whenever possible. Keep a simple food and energy journal for 2 weeks, noting what you eat in the evening and how you feel the next morning. Pay close attention to your energy levels when you wake up, how easily you can rise from bed, your stability when you first stand, and your overall sense of strength throughout the morning. This self-awareness can help you identify which foods make you feel stronger and which ones might be working against you. Finally, be patient with yourself and remember that sustainable change happens gradually and every small improvement builds upon the last. The benefits of supporting your muscles through proper evening nutrition will compound over time, and you may notice that each week brings increased strength, better balance, and greater confidence in your movement. I truly hope you found these insights helpful and practical for your daily life. Remember that the simple choices you make each evening about what to put on your plate can make an enormous difference in how strong and stable you feel, not just tomorrow morning, but for years to come. Every evening meal is an opportunity to either build strength and support your muscles or inadvertently undermine the very foundation of your mobility and independence. The small adjustments you make to your evening eating habits today can directly impact your ability to climb stairs with confidence, rise from chairs with ease, play with your grandchildren without fear, and maintain the active, independent lifestyle you deserve well into your golden years. If this information was valuable to you, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our latest health insights. And I'd absolutely love to hear about your own experiences with evening nutrition and muscle strength. Share your success stories or questions about implementing these changes in the comments below. Our community learns so much from each other's journeys, and your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video with more practical health strategies for living your strongest, most vibrant life after 65. Remember, age is just a number, but strength is a choice you make every single day, starting with what you choose to eat this very evening.